Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other.
Hi guys, CeeChronicles here, back again with another first impressions of fragrances, right? We did review these ones at Beauty World, but why I am doing a review of them again here is to give you my nose on them about 15 days later. I'm still in Dubai, but I'm going to leave these fragrances with a shipping company. So I want to just drop them here because they're gourmands. One. Two, you guys are crazy about this particular line from Paris Corner. So I'm just going to give you my thoughts. It's going to be based on second impressions because I did the ones at Beauty World. And then I'm going to leave them with cargo and they follow later. Okay. So I have Banana Bliss. And then I have Tiramisu Speculoos. So let us start with Banana Bliss, okay? This is the packaging. You are probably familiar with this if you are into Middle Eastern fragrances. And then let us take it out. I don't know why it's like, you know, I'm always tempted to do this to it, but let's see how the bottle sits. Oh, I see, it's a flip open. So yeah, Paris Corner knew what they were doing. The packaging is like this. I do not like the flimsy caps here because these are plastic. Okay, these are plastic. I do get the fact that they were going for a gourmand thing, but these are plastic, can give off a little bit of a tacky feel. But if that doesn't bother you for the price, then we're good to go. So that is Banana Bliss. All right, so first off, without even smelling this, do expect the banana. Okay, so you are definitely going to get a banana style of a fragrance here. It is a rich, ripened banana. But with that banana, okay, it then gives off a confession thing, you know, like a baked feel of a thing, giving off a banana pudding vibe than you going to a banana tree and then plucking the banana and just eating that. Okay, so just have to make sure that you do understand that this Banana Bliss does have the banana, but the banana is coming across as cooked in a pudding, more of a pudding than an actual banana itself. So putting my nose to this, yes, I do get wafts off, but then it's coming in that baked thing, okay? So it's rich, it's warm, it's vividly gourmand. This, you're gonna have people asking you whether you have just made a pudding, whether you've eaten a pudding, or you have pudding in your groceries or something. So yeah, guys, that is what I can say about this. Scented again on that sugar accord. So you have to like sweet, sugary type of fragrances. And there is wafts of what I get in a powder milk that we have, you know, back home called cremora. There is something that also comes to the surface here that kind of gives me like a cremora kick, as though they have put a powdered milk on top of that coconut and the banana. And then, of course, to round it off, there is a little bit of a spicy tonka in here, but nothing to write home about, basically. So that is what I can say, guys, about Banana Bliss. I'm not too much of a fan when it comes to the bottle. I wish Paris Corner had given us possibly a better bottle, or at least, you know, lost cap and gave us something else, because this cap is a little bit tacky to me. But of course the juice is amazing for the price, and we are a little bit under 20 days in Dubai, so this has pretty much, you know, settled better than the one I did at the Beauty World. So this is giving me a fragrance that is promising, you know, to stick around. At least this scent profile, based on my experience, is one that can push through 5 hours plus. Okay, but remember, this is first impression, so don't quote me on that, but I'm just saying the concentration in here, the richness in here, the gourmandness in here, the, you know, there's just this yumminess in here is most likely going to hold on for about 5 hours, because I'm not getting fresh, I'm getting rich, thick, creamy in here. Right, this one is Tiramisu Speculoos. All right, Tiramisu Speculoos. And of course comes in an identical bottle as the other one. That's why you see what I was talking about, that these caps do not seem to be interested in, they do snuggle, but they're a little bit flimsy, and my floors have got tiles, so this could have probably been lost just by dropping it here, but in this hotel room we have a carpet, so that's a good thing. So this is a close-up of Tiramisu Speculoos. I'm going to tell you my thoughts. All right, so okay, right, now this one is the one that possibly, if you're scared of what I said there, you may find yourself better off purchasing this one. Okay, It also gives me the gourmand feel. Also gives me, if I didn't mention, a velvety feel. Both of them are velvety. However, this one has got a coffee thing that comes to the surface, but it's not a coffee. The way it's done in Eternal Coffee, which is one of their fragrances, or in French coffee, that sort of coffee. It's not that. It's wafts of a coffee that is coming to the surface. Amidst a vanilla, and then in that coffee, there's also something that's coming, to the surface that feels cacao-y, as though they've put a light chocolate in here. It's not really a dark chocolate, but maybe it's dependent on your nose. It could be dark to some, but it's not giving me like a black, dark, rich cacao, but there is wafts of a cacao. So this one is one that is pretty much doable if you're into gourmands, but you don't want your gourmand to be vividly foodie like this, because with the coffee note in here, what the coffee note does in here is it kind of then neutralizes everything, working together with a warm, rich spice, I presume cinnamon, and then a vanilla. So this is, yes, indeed a gourmand, but it's not a gourmand that's as pushy as that which I get here. Of the two, I think this one is less of a risk to purchase if you're one of those that like your gourmands but doesn't want the gourmand to be like in your face. It is certainly a gourmand, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying I get more of a wearable gourmand here because it has also a light freshness that I'm getting in here, also has the weight of the musk, so the musk comes into the mix there, giving it something that is a bit powdery than creamy, which is something that you're going to get here. So this is going to be your lightly brewed coffee together with your light dash of the cacao, embodied with a sweetness of the vanilla, of course, giving you wafts of a gourmand fragrance, but not as deep as that. And of course, finishing off with a musk and some spiciness there of the cinnamon. This I can certainly say is my favorite as compared to that. Not that there's anything wrong with, that one, but I'm just saying the way that can be pushy, the way that will give you compliments of, oh, what have you just eaten, or what have you just made, or did you bring some food with you, is not going to be exactly what you get in here. Here, you're going to be wrapped around a sweet, yummy fragrance, of course, but without that vividness of like a pudding thing that is in your nose. So it's gonna give you wafts of that coffee, wafts of that cacao, but safe enough for maybe some people to know that you're smelling gourmand but not necessarily carrying the food on you. I do hope, guys, that this made a little bit of more sense. In terms of richness, I'm gonna give it to this one. This one is a little bit pushy. So the Banana Bliss is a little bit out there. It's a little bit more pronounced. It's speaking more. This one, because it is kind of polished there, having the musk finish. Musk usually amps up a fragrance, don't get it wrong, but the musk in here is just fusing to kind of give it like a powdery wrap up of a sweet thing. So this is a little bit guarded, at least to my nose for now. Okay, it could be that they perform the same, but this is a little bit guarded. This gives me a profile that can potentially push past 4 hours, but remember I said this one can do 4-5 hours plus because of the richness in this. So I'm gonna say, in terms of the vavavoomness, this one is a little bit guarded, okay, than this one. And this is one that, say you're a man, you like those yummy fragrances, but without the yumminess being like slap in the face, this you might be able to do, okay? This you might be able to do. So I'm gonna put a ratio of 35% of men may be able to carry this, and then 65 would be women. This is something that, you just have to love yummy fragrances. So I'm not going to put a gender on this. Now, those are my thoughts, guys, when it comes to Banana Bliss as well as Tiramisu Speculoos. Okay, I'm going to enjoy this one more, I think, unless when they turn up in 45 days, they would have changed completely. So those are my thoughts on these two fragrances, guys. We're probably going to just revisit them in terms of maceration, maybe, if we need to. Otherwise, we're probably going to revisit them in top 10s or top this or top that. So 2 gourmand servings from the House of Paris Corner, but there's a lot, again, of gourmands that the Paris Corner has dropped there, that the House of Paris Corner has dropped there. So it's not limited to these, but these I can certainly say, if you were one person that really wanted to pile up on your gourmand fragrances, they're going to be a no-brainer. Season, these can transition through all seasons, but because they have a warm richness to them, these may be ideal as fall fragrances, cooler weather fragrances, or even winter fragrances. But as I said, they do have that potential to transition through all seasons, depending on, of course, your nose. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we discuss more about fragrances. Let me know your thoughts on these two, guys. Do you have them? Are you eyeing them? If you want my advice, I'd say go for the tiramisu first. And then if this tickles your fancy, just know that when ordering this, do expect an amplification. It's not a continuation, but an amplification of the gourmandness in this. Okay, so I'd say go for this if you want to be careful. I'd say go for this if you love to smell or want to move around smelling like, you know, a yummy pudding. Remember to turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this one, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers, guys.